guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to a first impressions, a first look for myself at Out of the Park Baseball 21. What we're going to do today is have a quick look through the game, and then we'll play a game as well and have a look at some of the new features. Now, a little bit of a sort of a bonus, I guess, is if you watched my series on the New York Mets in Out of the Park 20, this is basically the continuation of that game, of that save. So I'm sort of I played on a little here and there where June, sort of the season after the series ended, and we're sort of doing a little bit of a rebuild, certainly in terms of our pitching staff anyway. So yeah, a little bit of a bonus for those of you who followed that series. But my first impression of it, just looking at it visually, very, very neat, isn't it? It's very cleaned up. It does, I think, look quite good. So this is the team homepage. Again, I think it just looks neater, and I really, really like the way it looks. See here, they've got some divisional graphs that have moved in, a few things that have moved around. It's all customizable as well, so obviously you can change things sort of however you wanted to make them look. But yeah, I think it looks really, really neat. The Meet the Team screen, again, it just looks cleaner to me. I don't know. Again, let me know what you guys think if you have played already. But I just feel like everything just looks a little bit cleaner, a little bit neater, a little bit easier to see as well, which is good. The players, we'll have a look at. We'll go and have a look at that in just a second. This sort of roster screen look is all pretty much the same. Just again, that sort of neater look to it. The pitching screen. Again, I just think it's just presented better in my own personal opinion. If you have a quick look, sort of a player that we're aware of, say for example, Syndergaard at a player screen. I do like the scouting accuracy. Now, obviously, a player that's been playing with us for his whole career, we're going to know a lot about him. But yeah, I like the scouting accuracy as a little add-on there. The player personality is still the same. Everything there looks similar to me. If we go through and have a look at ratings. Again, I think it's just better presented this year. Batting stats, pitching stats, again, essentially the same, but I just think it looks a lot neater. The history screen there looks a little bit more detailed than it has been previously. I have to admit that I go into these screens that often, but it does perhaps just look a little bit neater. I do like the sort of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like the more expanded, I guess, scouting information. Contract information here all looks pretty good. The scouting. Now, is this a new tab? I can't remember if this is a new tab or not. But again, I like the way it looks. Injury history, BNN page, and don't worry about the baseball cards. So there we go. That's a player sort of screen page. Yeah, like I say, I'm really, really liking the look of it. Well, let's just go back to this one and get out of there quickly. So that's that. The hitting side of things. Again, if you watch the Mets series, some of these names will look familiar too. We did get Bernhard Morlock back, just as a side note. We got him back on a sort of minimum wage, so couldn't resist. I had to get old Bernhard back into the team. But yeah, so that's that. The strategy. This all looks roughly the same, doesn't it? The graphical depth chart. Well, that's sort of, I think, similar to what it was previously, wasn't it? Lineups and the 7-day thing. So a little bit, some more options here as well. You can see I haven't really played around with this too much. The strategy screen, a screen that if you've watched my series, you will know I'm very much not. I complain about things happening. I don't really make many changes or do much to change things. So we've got individual player strategies. Let's just see. That all looks roughly the same, doesn't it? Again, I haven't actually really. I've played like one game just to make sure I had the settings that they were going to look okay on camera. I haven't actually looked through any of this, so yeah, I'm learning as I go here as well. Never use as pinch hitter. Never lift for a pinch hitter. That's good. Front office. This looks similar again, just sort of more neatly laid out, I think, than previous editions. Because I think previous editions they were sort of roughly the same. The stats changed, but it looked roughly the same. Whereas I just think this looks a lot neater. Upcoming free agents as well, and again we've got the scouting accuracy, which I really, really like this. Both these two actually are quite useful tabs, aren't they? The one thing that I did like, and we're getting to it in a second here, is with the personnel and signing personnel. I just had to get a new scouting director, so I do like this. You can scout for particular positions. I'm assuming is what that means. So if you need a first baseman, I'm assuming you would go and they would search or scout for a first baseman. So that's good. Scouting actions here. That's the same as it was. Open scouting reports. Okay, so these are these players that we're currently 15 who go on Australians. These must be guys that we're currently scouting. So again, I like this. I really the update of the scouting here. This is exciting me. It was the one thing I think it was finding players was always a little bit random, wasn't it? Whereas this looks as though it might be a situation where we'll put him on a short list. It's a little bit more purposeful to find what you're looking to find. So this is looking good to me. I'm enjoying that. That's the scouting tab where we play development. Never really understood this, if I'm honest, but yeah, this looks a little bit similar. Open play development report. Okay, okay. Now this I think is new. If it was on the old one, I certainly wasn't aware of it. So this could be useful. You can see sort of the last 3 months, so you can put a different time frame there, like that. Head Scout or OSA ratings. You can see what the two are doing. So that's going to be useful, isn't it? To sort of find out how your players are developing, the youngsters, how they're coming through. So that's definitely useful. Where were we here? Okay, so this is under the info tab. Is it? Is that what happened there? Anyway, personnel. One thing I did like about this, if we go have a look here, sort of vacant, you can add in. Where's my list gone here? Was it value ratings? What did was it customized? Oh no, here it is here. So you can the relationships and the development. So you can see straight away here. If you just add on here, if you go to customize, then you can add relationships and development. So you can see exactly how the coaches, how good the coaches are going to be for that particular role. And I believe, and I could be wrong, but I do believe it changes. Depending on the role that you're searching for. So that's going to save hours of time trying to search through each coach individually and see, if they're going to be a good coach for that particular role or not. So that is a massive uptick in my box. Now the other thing here is that the prospect pipeline. Easy for you to say. This is neat as well, because if you click on this, and I'm sure if you've watched the streams that the Out of the Park baseball guys did, they featured this because it is new for this game. But the estimated time of arrival in Major League Baseball, that's going to be useful when you have a youngster that sort of goes in. Because I've had them before where I've signed the sort of or it's getting discovery of, say, like a 17-year-old kid, and it seems to take forever for them to come up through the system. That may have been because I had the bad coaches and whatnot as well, but I think that's really useful if you're sort of planning succession. So I'm really, really liking this. A quick look at who's our top guy here. Jorge Chavez, is that him? The center? Oh no, Chris Tabott. He's actually already in the Major League team, so that's maybe not a good example. But Jorge Chavez here is not. So we're looking about 2 more years before he gets up. Now I'm not sure if let me know in the comments if this is sort of what they're expected to max out at, or if that's what that must be what they're currently at. If he was currently at that, he would very much be in my Major League team. I can tell you that for free. So yeah, I really like this, and you can change it too to just the club. So if you just want to see your club, I saw them talking about this in one of their streams. So this is really cool as well. And you can see like all the information, the ETA, the stats for the current season. This is really it's simplifying everything, isn't it? Player trades. I'm assuming this is all going to look roughly similar. Waiver wire. Free agents, it all looks just roughly the same. The scouting accuracy, I'm loving that. I'm really, really liking that. I might have to sign myself an Australian as well, just because, maybe not just half a star potential. But anyway, yeah, so that is that. Now we've gone off, where's the home screen here? We've gone off a little bit here, haven't we? That was front office, we just did schedule. I mean, that all looks roughly the same, but not in the best run of form here, as you can see. Hopefully, we'll pick up in this next game. And info, we've got that's that team stats. Batting leaders, is this just for the Mets? It looks like, yep. So then your pitching leaders, and all the way along. Fielding, I never pay any attention to fielding stats. Maybe that's probably a big downfall of mine, isn't it? One of many. That's the reports. Okay, the news tab. So this is just for Mets. I'm assuming it must just be for the Mets. The ballpark, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's that done. Let's go and play some baseball though. Let's go and play the LA Dodgers here and see what the game looks like and what we can do. I've got no idea who's even playing this game for us. Oh, so we are going to get a look at Chris Tabott. Really, really high potential youngster. Doesn't move the ball, but boy oh boy does he pitch it. He is a strikeout machine. So we're going to have Miguel Soto leading off, Ronnie Mauricio batting second, playing second, Jarrett Godwin at third, first base. Seiya Suzuki's going to clean up in right field. Reese Albert's coming in for this one for the injured legend. If you remember that name, he's going to bat 5 in center field. I don't know why. I haven't really changed his lineup around. Chevron Newton's going to play third base, bat 6. Andrew Bettendenti, easy for you to say, is going to bat 7 in left field. Adrian Del Castillo's the catcher. It's batting 8, and Chris Tabbert is going as the pitcher. Let's get out there and have a look at this game. Now, one thing that they have changed is that the camera angles. And also, I did play a game to have a quick look. We'd edit point there. To have a quick look and sort of see what would work best. So this is the way I think I like it best. So we'll get the first pitch underway here. And yeah, you'll see in a second when the pitcher goes to pitch it, this new camera angle, and I really, really like this anytime game when you're ready. So it's going to be Soto. Are we pitching? No, we'll be batting first, won't we? So it's going to be Soto leading us off. Here we go. I love this angle. Amazing. And then I have it going back out to this, to that particular angle, so for the action post pitch. Now, other options that you do have here, you can have different starting options. Let's go through those so you can see. That's fine. I personally just like the wide angle, but you can have this same angle to start with. I think that's a little bit confusing with all the names. That one's not necessarily for me. You can have a center field camera, which again, not for me. But it might be some of you that like it. You can do this center field close angle, which I've tried. We'll have a look at it as a pitch angle in just a second. There's the left field camera. And again, for me, all of these as an initial camera point, they're just a little bit confusing. The first base stands, and we also have, you can do the same thing from third base. And of course, you can change these once for all the different times. So there's the initial, the pitch camera, and then the action camera. So I personally prefer this. So we saw the pitch cam before from in behind. If we do center field as a pitch cam, we'll have a look at it here. I don't think it works, to be honest, because you can't see what's happening. Nice hit there from, who's batting second for us? Ronnie Mauricio. Looks like he's going to get himself a double, so that's excellent stuff. I should say too, I will be doing a playthrough series, a Let's Play series. So do make sure you come back and join me for that if you're just discovering the channel with with this first look. This is the other angle I think that might work as a pitch angle, sort of pitch cam. No, not this one. I just did the same thing again, did I? What a moron. So we've drawn a walk there. Pitch cam, yeah, center field close. This could work. I think personally, I prefer the camera behind. That one's not bad as we quietly load the bases here. I think the problem, if you're going to have that angle, the action camera almost needs to be the same camera, but I don't think it works if the ball is sort of, because it doesn't follow where the ball gets hit then. We'll have a quick look at it here. We'll see. So that works for me. That's fine. As Reese Albert strikes out. But Chevron Newton now, if he hits the ball, he's going to walk. It doesn't walk in a run. There we go. We take the lead. Nice one. It doesn't, I don't know. I don't think it particularly works well. We've got what's going on there? The action cam has changed. It's not gone what I thought it was going to do. This is going well. So is it going to, no. Okay, so maybe you can't, it's not an option then. That must be what the issue is there. It's not an option. The other thing I did try, and I don't particularly like it, but I could be wrong, is that angle for the action once it's happened. It's not the worst. Did we get the out? We did get the out. I don't necessarily think it works if you're starting from behind sort of center field there. But where it could work, I think, is like this. If you he's going to be a strikeout here with any luck. There it is. Rack another one up for Tabbert. If you start behind the plate, and then hopefully they'll get a hit here, but Tabbert's going to be on one here, it looks like, as he strikes out the side. Not the whole side, but, 2 in a row. Hopefully Del Castillo will get a hit here, and I'll show you what I mean. I think this works. You have to keep it the same angle, I think, to make it different. Well, hit that. Is it going to leave? No, caught in center field. So I think it works, but it's a little bit difficult to get your bearings, I find, as Tabbert pops it up. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, particularly if you are going to, someone that's been watching the Let's Plays and you'll come back to watch those. what your preference is. Do we like this pitch cam and then and also keep it the same for the actual out? I think what you might need to do, there is an option where you can get the camera to follow the ball as well, which I don't necessarily like. Here it is here, follow ball. I think by default it's on. I think it looks a little bit, it's not the best animation, to be honest. It's a little bit, the focus is a little bit weird. As Tabbert strikes out another one, then he walks one. This is what he's like. He strike out, walks, or goes for home runs. Full count here. Walks another one. And yeah, see how it kind of follows. It's okay because that was sort of a slow play. But if we get a ball that sort of hits, yeah, I mean, see, it's not. See what I mean? It's with the focus, it just looks a little bit weird for my personal taste. But like I say, it's not the worst. But yeah, I think it actually works a little bit better for that camera. I think if we go back to wide cam when there's actually for the action shot, this sort of shows it a little bit better. It's just I find it a little bit, the focus is weird. It's a little bit jumpy. But again, that is an option, and you know, it may be that you like that. Personally, I just find it a little bit, the focus is a little bit weird. I do think the one thing that maybe lets the game down a little bit, and it's not something that I care about whatsoever, because I'm not playing the game for the crowd, but the crowd, it's not great. I've tried playing around with it, and I've basically just gone back to this, like, so it just looks like colored rows of seating. The animation, to me, it was really pixelated. When I was trying it out before, it just wasn't something that really worked for me, to be honest. But yeah, there's it's the thing that it's looking like a really polished game. Even I think it's a big step from Out of the Park 20. But yeah, I just think the crowd is really at this point. Oof, have some of that. Is really just letting it down just ever so slightly. Now, one thing I am doing right now in this game, which I don't usually do, is I'm making subs. So how's the pitcher going? He's good to go. I've got to remember to take pictures out and pinch hits and stuff, which when I get going in a game, I tend to forget to do. But yeah, what do we got here? 2 on 1 out for Tabbert. That's going to be caught out there? Nicely done. I forget who's new. I think, is it Eloy Jimenez? No, Suzuki's out there. Where's Jimenez? I must have left him out. That was silly. Kalinic, who we of course had just on the fringes of our World Series winning Mariners team. He strikes out, and Tabbert racks up another one, and Reese Albert's going to lead us off here. Bit of first pitch swing action. What's he got for us? Reese boy, he's got a base hit. That's not going to go to the fence. That's going to be a double. Go on, Reese Albert. Slides in, and there we go. Another potential run in scoring position, which is excellent news for us. The other thing I want to ask you guys too is, I did mention this in the final episode of the Seattle Mariners, is obviously we're going to have a team we're going to try and take to World Series glory in Out of the Park 21. Who should be the first team that we look to do that with? I have my thoughts who I think I want to do, but as I said in the Mariners episode, I'm looking for suggestions. So leave it in the comments who you'd like to see us play as. If we're going to get an infield hit there, no, we're not, and that'll do it for the top of the 4th. But yeah, let me know who you guys are playing as well. It's I mean, as I've said before, I'm not a massive fan of baseball. Watching the games mostly because I live in the UK, so they're always on in the middle of the night. So it's just not a good viewing time for me to watch it. When I did live over in Canada for 12 years or so, I'd watch a lot more then than obviously I do now. But that's just a time zone thing, isn't it? How's Tabbert going? This could be a double play. Could be a double play. Turn it. Oh, look at that. Have a seat. That's a nice one there, isn't it? That ends the 4th. We're still 1-0 up. Only 3 hits to 1. It's not been a great game. I didn't see how Tabbert's going pitching-wise, but we'll let him have a hit here. See what he can do. 1-2's the count. And he strikes out, unfortunately. Miguel Soto now. What's he doing? He's 0 for 2 today. Miguel Soto is very much like our Malik Smith. He's a solid batter, but get him on base and he's just a stealing machine. So, yeah, but not to be on this occasion. Mauricio He's 0 for 2 today as well. What can? Oh no, he got a hit first time up. 1 for 2. I tell a lie, but he's 1 for 3 now. And that'll do it for the top of the 5th. Now, how's Tabbird's stamina? He's looking okay. Maybe one or two more innings here, hopefully. Maybe you have a quick innings. 3 and 1's the count. He draws a walk. Let me know what you guys think, too, about the camera angles. As I said, what you think I should be using for the... Oh, it's going to have a steal there. Can we throw him down? Oh, of course we can. Del Castillo, what a throw that is, son. Only his 3rd throw out of the season. Not that that means anything to you guys, because this is just sort of a one-off game as far as you guys are concerned. But, yeah. There we go. I hate having to make the decisions. Oh, he's gone for the steal. We've thrown out Hal. We've read him like a book. Have a seat, mate. You're 0 for 2 this innings, Dodgers. Maybe put the steals away for an innings or so. Tabbert now 0 and 2. That is straight. No, it's not. Under the glove of Mauricio at second. And that is 2 out, 1 aboard. It's Matthew Longo. He is 0 for 2 today. And we've gone for the pick-off. Not even close. And it's now a full count. Come on, Tabbert. He's walked him. Alright, well, now we're getting to the zone of we might need to think about it. We've got a lefty on. He's a right-handed batter. I think the time has come. We will bring on... What innings are we in? We're not too... Who do we bring on here? We've got... Yeah, let's bring on Kalina. He's usually pretty reliable for us. Again, not that it means anything to you guys, but this is Robbie Kalina. Started the season in AAA, but we've caught him in and he's done quite well, to be honest. He's done brilliantly. He's got a little bit of a jam to work out of here, though. 0 and 2, 2 on, 2 out. That's been popped up, I think. Suzuki's there, then he does make a play, and we get out of that innings. Now, where are we in the batting lineup, actually? Do we need to... Oh, no, we've got a while to go before the pitching slot comes up. Godman now. 0 and 2's the count on him. I have a horrible feeling this is not going to end well for good old Jarrett Godman. No, there he goes. Suzuki comes in now. Oh, dear. 0 and 2 on him as well. Suzuki takes a seat. And just like that, it's 2 out. Reese Albert to the plate. Only batting 194 this year. He's not had a great year with the bat, and it's not getting any better there. That was not an innings that will live long in the memory of New York Mets fans, I dare say. Jarrett Kalinic comes up now to face Kalina. Come on, Robbie boy. 0 and 1's the count. It's back up the middle. It's well fielded by Soto, and that'll do it over the first, and Godman makes the out. Brian Reynolds. Oh, it's Brian Reynolds, the star of the Seattle Mariners series. Not quite so good in this one for whatever reason that may be. Kalina 1 and 2 sits him down. It's all right, Brian. You'll always have the Mariners. 2 out, 0 and 2. And that'll do it. Kalina is still firing. What a picture he has been this season for us. All right, Chevron Newton now leading us off against J.J. Hilburn. Chevron straight to second base. And unfortunately, Chevy takes a seat. It's Andrew Benintendi now. Again, had a poor season with the bat so far. And strikes out from a full count there. At least he swung. I hate when they don't... Just watch strike 3 go past. Del Castillo with a full count. Del Castillo goes down swinging as well. And J.J. Hilburn is cooking with gas right now, isn't he? But we do still lead as we stretch. Now, Kalina ideally can get us out of this innings, then we can pinch hit him. It's full count. Come on, Robert. Sit him down, mate. Sit him down. He's popped it up, and it should be caught out there by Suzuki coming in right field. And there we go. That is 1 away. Very, very tight game, and you guys saw the schedule. We're on a bit of a losing streak right now. Would love us to go and get a win here. And Suzuki will make the second out of the innings. 2 away. And it is going to be hopefully a nice quick innings as Corey Seager steps in. First pitch action here. He has popped that up, and it should be... Who's in centre field? I think it's Reese Albert, isn't it, out there today? It is, and he makes the catch as well. So we did get the nice quick innings from Kalina. We can pinch hit him now and then look for the bullpen to close us out. It's a left-handed pitcher. Ideally, we want a right-handed batter. Eloy Jimenez seems like the perfect man for the situation. Oh, no. Eberhard Morlock. The one and only Eberhard. Come on, mate. One more time on YouTube. Can Eberhard Morlock do something wonderful? He's 0 and 2. Don't do it to me, Eberhard. Come on. Morlock. He's got a piece of it. It's not a very big piece, though. And Morlock retires from YouTube. with the most simple of ground outs. Miguel Soto now, he comes in. What can Soto do with this? He has, well, it's pretty much what Morlock did, isn't it? And that is 2 away, and we've barely hit the ball 80 feet. Ronnie Mauricio, 1 for 3. What can he do? Bit of first pitch action. He's got a decent slap on it. Is it going to drop in? No, it's not. Shortstop goes back, makes the catch. And just like that, the 8th innings has drawn to a close. All right, let's start and bring out the big guns to close this down. Let's go Aguirre. So, yeah, more righties coming up. So, let's go with Aguirre. If you can get this first guy out, then well, he's got a favourable matchup against the 2 right-handers. Let's see what Ishmael can do. 1 and 2's the count. Slap down to third base. Oh, it's going to be an error on Chevy over there, Chevron Newton. Lead-off man aboard. Not a good start, but not really Aguirre's fault. 3 and 1. Oh, Aguirre's going to have one, isn't he? 2 on, none out. Come on, Ishmael. Get your head in the game, mate. Is that going to be a... No, it's a pop-up. But that does now give us a way out of the innings. 1 away. Runners at first and second. A double play would be a wonderful thing. Jared Kalanic comes in. First pitch swinging again. That could be the double play we wanted. There's one. Over. No, just the one. All right. Now, who's hurt himself? No, I think it was a Soto scare, shall we say, but nothing more than that. We've got a lefty. Let's get the closer out. He is a lefty as well. And let's see if we can get the 4-out close here. Come on, Juan. Oh, they've changed, those cheeky bastards. And he walks. And suddenly we've got a lefty up against righties. Can he sit him down? Yes, he can. All right. Loaded bases. But we still have our 1-run lead. All right, Mr. Godman, can you tack on some runs here for us? First pitch swinging. Godman. He has... I don't think it's leaving us. It is deep. No, right at the fence. It just kept going and going and going. Seiya Suzuki now up against the lefty. What can he do? Come on, my little Japanese friend. He has popped that up, and that'll be 2 away. Unfortunately for us. 2 out, no one on. Reese Albert, just close your eyes. Swing for the fences, mate. Full count. And he walks. We'll take it. We will take it. An extra run for Chevron Newton to hit a home run on. 0 and 2. Newton, he has... Get out of here. No. And that'll do it for the 9th. We have 1 run to protect. It's not been a great game, has it? It's been very much a pitching duel. Juan Garza, our Spanish closer. He's going to walk the leadoff man. That's not the start, mate. Tying run aboard. Go ahead, run to the plate. No mistakes here. I'm tempted to take him out. How many... If we can get this guy, then we've got the pitching slot. We might need to bring a righty on. That's going to get through. And I'm going to say it's not Juan's day. Oh, we're going to get him at third. Oh, brilliant. You morons. Not even close. 1 away, runner at first. Maybe this is the day after all. It's a pinch hitter. I'm going to... We've got a lefty coming up. I'm going to go... Got 1 out. All right, let's give him this one. Come on, Juan. What's happened? He's... Oh, catcher's interference. You moron. All right, it brings up the lefty. This is getting a little bit nervous all of a sudden. 1 out, runners at first and second. Just the 1-run lead. Big strikeout here, Juan, if you can get it. No, that is going to tie the ball game. Get it in, Suzuki. All right, Juan, you've done enough, mate. You've done enough. Take a seat. Worry about next time. What do we got coming up here? I don't know if the rule is going to be in here, if we can have to make him face 3. Let's get... no, we'll go with Belcher. It's another lefty, but let's hope Belcher has a better day. All right. Tying run 90 feet away. He's going to walk it in. Oh, Belcher, you absolute moron. This better be a strike, mate. This better be a strike. Oh, you idiot. We'll tell you what, probably not going to extra innings. We're probably going to blow it in the 9th here. Come on, Belcher. Head in the game, mate. Come on. And I don't know if Seiya Suzuki has the arm to keep this game tied. No, he does. It was not deep enough. All right. 2 out. Loaded bases. Full count. Bottom of the 9th. And he's walked him. That's how the movies end, isn't it? What an idiot. So there we go. Again, the post-game screen, it's just cleaner. It's more well presented. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Not so much by our pitching staff in that ninth innings, but otherwise, just really, really good stuff. What have we got here? This is the screen we were at before. We'll have a look at the Major League screens. I don't think we showed them. There's sort of the home screen. We go bottom of the division with that. Absolutely outrageous from the Mets. 5-game losing streak as well. But again, just neater, I think. I really like the new game, I've got to say. Massive fan of. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the first impressions video. I think what I might do is I might try and do like a sim the season would have been, if it does ever happen, the 2020 season. Then we'll be back on Monday. We will start a new series with a club. Let me know in the comments who you'd like it to be. If you have enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to hit thumbs up so more people can see it. I've been Aussie Villain. I'll see you next time. Take care.